This is my unsponsored review of Xano.com. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Let me show you why. So this is Xano. It's basically like a super scalable backend database for when you're building apps. I probably won't use Xano for a while. A lot of my apps are small. A lot of my ideas don't require a ton of data. But it looked like you can scale beyond what most no-code tools rigidly define in terms of their base structures. It looks like if you need a big set of data, Xano may be a nice place to host it. The pricing seems okay. I mean, the launch plan, the first plan, let me go up to monthly, is $99 per month. That's pretty dang expensive, but their build plan, their free plan, does look pretty good. You get like 100,000 total records, and that is a lot. So we have what? A free plan. We have $99 per month, and I'm going to mark that as a 3 out of 3 because that's pretty expensive. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it looks like it's kind of Google Sheetsy, like it's visual, and I don't have to understand code to build a database. And then over here I have an API, so I guess I can create APIs via these little codes. Okay, I'm going to be totally honest with you. This is getting a little bit complicated. I'm not super familiar with APIs. I know like the absolute basics, but this is a little bit more complex than I am usually used to. But I have a couple of databases, and allegedly it's pretty easy to connect those to like a front end, like a Bubble or an Adalo. So the usability was lacking a little bit. You need to have some prerequisite knowledge of APIs, but now I'm on the documentation, and there's something funny. Why have a separate backend, you ask? You click into it, it says page not found, which is pretty ridiculous. Like, they're just shooting themselves in the foot, not telling me why it's useful to have a separate backend. The connection list they have is okay. They have guides for connecting to different app builders. Adalo, you need an additional plan on Adalo, which is a little annoying. Bubble, they do have a good Bubble tutorial, so if I need to do a ton of scale on Bubble, I may use Xano, but everything else seemed mid, and like some of the documentation down for like things like Thunkable, it just says customize endpoints based on your app's functionality. Cool. Aren't you supposed to tell me how to do that? The layer guides kind of suck. So ease of use, I am giving a medium. Maybe a hard, probably just medium. And that's my review. It's pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. I give it 4 stars overall. It was a little bit complex to use. You need to have some prerequisite knowledge of APIs. It was a bit expensive, but the free plan seemed pretty legit, although I wasn't able to actually like go in and test how rate limited that API that they mention is, for example. But overall, pretty happy. If you need a lot of scale, Xano might be the option if you're doing no-code stuff. And if you're interested in the 500 other tools that I am actively reviewing, I have a big searchable list at beta.co. Thanks for watching.